Well, you know what it's like, you know, during lockdown, people were judged by their bookshelf, weren't they? Everyone who was on a Zoom call.
Whenever you're ready.
Hi, I'm Richard Munro, 57, live in Staveley in the Lake District. I've been here for 11 years. I am the organiser of the Jennride and now the Winter Jennride. It came about by quite a few people asking me, why don't you do a Winter Jennride? I've always said to them, are you crazy? It's bad enough 100 miles in summer, never mind in the winter. Winter Jennride this year incorporated a brevet card where you had to visit 9 checkpoints. Now, I didn't envisage everyone to go to these checkpoints, but I just thought it'd give people a good idea to follow the route and give them a bit of a challenge and a push to try and complete it. This was the first year for a Winter Jennride, so I planned the route by using fairly low level passes because I was concerned about the snow and ice, the possibility of snow and ice. Unfortunately, it did happen this year, but the route was basically set around having snow on the ground, and I was quite concerned that people would be pushing the bike if we went quite high. So we kept quite low this year, even though there was 10,000 feet of climbing. The major two beneficiaries of the Winter Jennride this year were Riders Resilience and St Gemma's Hospice. We've raised funds for St Gemma's Hospice through my friendship of Jenn, who I knew, and she sadly passed away 7 years ago. And with the support of her husband, I've continued the event. And everyone who comes just loves to know that the fact that the money's going to such a great cause at St Gemma's Hospice. Unlike the other years on the normal Jennride, the Winter Jennride, I decided on having a campsite that everyone stopped at the first night. Well, they had the choice to sleep out if they wished. chilled start the following morning, and luckily for us the clouds split and we had sunshine for the start of the ride, which kicked off with a fairly hefty climb up Bleetown. From Bleetown they headed down over to Coniston and around Coniston Copper Mines up to Walnut Scar. Then they headed down to Torver, to the last checkpoint of the day, and possibly the last bit of food that they could get before the final feed station. Primarily, I would have thought the Winter Jennride was for the more hardened, experienced bikepacker. The Summer Jennride is perfect for beginners because obviously you've got the weather and you've got lots of people who you can ride with. On the Winter Jennride, you could be on your own for a couple of hours at a time before you saw anyone. So I do recommend the Summer Jennride for your first bikepacking event, just to see how it pans out and how it goes, and hopefully inspire you to take on bigger and longer adventures. Just like to say a big thanks to all the riders who actually started the event, and a big thank you to the riders who entered, who couldn't make it for one reason or another. Their £40 has gone to two great causes. A big thanks to Wheelbase and James Jumpy Kirby, who took some great photographs, Alpkit and the wonderful feed station. Thank you for, if it wasn't for them I wouldn't be able to sort of like run this event. And supporting two great causes, Riders Resilience and St Gemma's Hospice. Thank you very much. I best ring Denise actually. She's saying, what do I need to pack for the weekend? What?
Still
No.
going.